Which one is that?
Not that one.
Number 1.
There you go.
There we go. And we're live.
Hey.
Hopefully everybody's on. Sorry about the delay. We had some technical difficulties, but all in all, we're up and running. Welcome to our first ever Channel Fluxx Q&A session, where we're going to be talking about what our game plan is, what we're doing, what we're saying, everything and anything. So we'll see. We have our chat up. We have on Twitter, you can ask us questions at Channel Fluxx on Twitter. You can ask us anything in our room right now, and just let us know. So Trevor, if you want to take away, you want to give an introduction to what is Channel Fluxx?
Absolutely. Channel Fluxx is a new channel that we've started up that's going to introduce the option of a budget to people who have web series that they want to produce, but they just don't have the means to start it. So what we're going to do is back you financially through not just money, but also through support, technical know-how, anything and everything that you need. You have a whole production team, very talented production team, if I may say so myself, at your disposal. And so this new pitch season, you send us your ideas, quick video describing what your idea is, maybe give us a flair of your creativity, what you're bringing to the table, and then one sheet kind of explaining what the series will have over the course of the 6 episodes.
Yeah, and the one thing that we've noticed here with at Channel Fluxx is a lot of people want to create content.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
That's the biggest thing, is they want to create the content, but they don't know how to get the funding.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do try to get funding through Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or any of those places that they try to get funding, usually they just fall to the wayside. They don't get their funding. They get $100 from a friend, and they don't meet their budgeting goal, and it falls to the wayside. Now, it's not because it's a bad web series. Or
No. I had my idea about hamsters that solve crimes. No one backed it, and I was.
That might be a little bit different reason for it.
Yeah, maybe.
But there are many things out there that would get funded if they got to the right people.
Absolutely.
And I think we are trying to be those right people.
Yeah.
We want to be partners with people and help them out and bring content to our network.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a fun ride. We just started up this week. We've gained a little traction, but we're happy to see where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And with this beginning, we're going to have, hopefully a stronger future. With that future, we're hoping that if we have really good series that, support the channel and make the channel what it is, then we're going to support those creators. We're going to make sure that you guys have a home that you feel comfortable in producing for and making good content with. So.
Right. Well, so this gets into one of the questions that I've received a couple times is why $2,500 to produce?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, we're just kicking off right now. And with a kickoff with any production company or any sort of business, you got to start somewhere. And that's what our budget is. We have budgets enough to do a few web series at $2,500. Now, that's not going to be forever. That will be until we can up the budgets.
Yeah.
We want to, eventually get to, $10,000 for a series or even more.
Yeah.
But right now, we think the price point for a good return on our investment is $2,500 for a web series.
And it's actually very realistic as well, because we're going to have to grow those views. We're going to have to grow that audience, and that's going to be our end. We're going to, of course, want your help, but at the end of the day, that's going to be on their end to make sure that you guys are getting the audience. And when you guys do, and we get back to the point where we've become over the point of where we invested in, there's going to be residuals for you guys to get on the back end as well. So it's going to be something that in the long run, it's going to be beneficial to anyone who creates for the site. We actually have series that we're producing outside of this to help support your content as well. We want you guys to have other really good content and just grow as a family. And the more we grow as a family, the more you guys are going to grow as creators, and you're going to, make money on the long run. So that's what we want for everyone involved.
And something that a lot of people don't realize that we're doing is we're not just looking to get your content on our channel and that's it.
Yeah.
We also do more than that. We support you in everything. If YouTube has a problem with copyright strikes, we're the ones who are going to go fight that for you. We're not going to be.
And trust me, we fought those battles before.
So it's quite interesting to see what is going to come. Sorry, I just had a phone call. I should have taken it live on the air.
Unprofessional. Unprofessional.
Sorry, that's my other job calling. But no, like we are here to fight those battles that might have stipulations in YouTube. No matter if they're like, well, you stole this footage, or the audio, or just whatever number of things. And we know that in today's YouTube age, that YouTube will fight anything with their automated bots, and there's bots out there who will try to take monetization from us. But we're here. We have the experience to do that. We know how to fight that. We will build up a network with a name behind it so that it's a trustworthy name. Unlike where some of these smaller YouTube personnels who are only doing themselves or doing their shows themselves won't have the resources or the time to fight those things.
Yeah.
But on the brighter side, we're also here to bring audiences together. We believe that having a big audience, for our network, where we have a couple different shows bringing in different audiences to build a bigger audience for all, a shared audience, as I'd like to call it.
Yeah.
Will bring more views to your creation.
And the thing that I think is really unorthodox about us, but also is going to be our selling point, is that we're open to the idea of very unique content. We're not shooting for a very narrow, specific market. We want to go with good quality content. We want people to come to our channel because they know that what we're putting out is unique, original ideas. And if you guys bring that originality, if you bring that passion, we're going to see it, we're going to support you, and we're going to find a way to bring your vision to life. And that's what I feel is really cool about this channel.
It is. And, that's what we came up with the name Channel Fluxx.
Yeah.
Flux meaning always changing, always developing, pretty much just always changing. And that's our baseline, is we want to be constantly changing and constantly updating what our audiences want. And we have the ability to do so here without the, what's the word I'm looking for? Without restraint. We can do it without restraint. Whereas most networks, they're like, we're a video game network. All we could do is video games, or make video game series or something. We could do anything. We could do cooking shows. We could do skit shows. We could do scripted genres, and pretty much anything we want to. And it looks like we have our first question in. Gostin Bonnie, what are you looking for in a pitch?
Originality, basically. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to know that you're going to produce quality, because at the end of the day, we do want really nice looking footage, really good audio, but what's going to set you above everyone else is something original, a spark of creativity that no one else has had. If you ever are really super bored and you want to go through my catalog, you'll see some of the weirdest stuff you've ever seen. And that's the kind of stuff we like, because it's the kind of stuff that gets people talking. It's the kind of stuff that keeps people watching. You have these programs that you wouldn't think would be successful. Right. Like, what's the Netflix show that just came out? Very king.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Yes.
Very original. Great idea. Well produced. All the characters are really well put together. Things like that are very successful, and they become greater than what you would think they would become, just because they have that spark of originality, because they have that passion behind them. And so if you deliver a pitch like that to us, we're going to give you a little bit of money to put together a pilot, show us what you can do, and then if that pilot, impresses us and impresses the audience, and impresses the audience more, and then we're all in agreement that that's the way to go, we're going to fund your web series, and we're going to keep funding your web series as long as we possibly can.
Exactly. As long as it performs well and the audience continues to like it, you will have a spot on our channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, as for, pitch at Stranger Things, in the cable network, it got pitched to 15 different cable companies, and it took Netflix, a online company, to bring that to fruition.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, it's because those kind of shows don't work on networks. Because once a network has an idea of what works for their channel, they go with that. Like they go, oh, well, that doesn't hit our demographic, or oh, that's not going to match, what our audience is expecting. And we don't want to be that. We want to always be shifting your expectations as a viewer on what we actually provide. Will that turn some people off? Probably, but I know for a fact that I'll watch good quality programming if they're producing a really good show about fishing. I might even watch that if it's funny and entertaining enough. I don't know.
It does come down to characters.
Yeah, like if you ever watch Good Eats. Like Good Eats,
right.
Like Alton Brown got me into cooking. He taught me.
And he's back on YouTube again.
Yeah, and he's back on YouTube again. Yeah, and then oh, dude, Food Network should have kept him going for years. But and that's the thing. Like, people will find this quality content, and I think the online platform for the weirder stuff is definitely the way to go. So, and if you have a good quality idea that, like even documentaries, if you have a good documentary, something very solid and really hard hitting, we want to see that too. So it doesn't have to be weird. It just has to be unique. It has to be flavorful. That's what we want out of a pitch. It looks like we have another one that says, Alan248 says, what equipment and or experience do you need for this?
Well, we are in the YouTube industry, and we are trying to find anything and everything that will work. A lot of people on YouTube started out with just a cell phone camera and filmed it. I think if it's engaging enough and what it is, what can hold the audience attention to being, bring viewers in, it wouldn't matter if the content's there.
Yeah.
But if the content's not there and the video is not looking great, then you don't really have something to tune into.
I will say content is going to rule the day, but quality is definitely a selling point. The better it looks, the better the content's going to be.
And I really want to say, not everybody can afford, good content or good equipment, excuse me. And we don't expect everybody to be a filmmaker. And
you don't need a red camera to... anything 1080 is going to be absolutely fine. Just make sure your lighting looks good. That's
the one thing we do require when we go to series is it's in full HD. I guess would be one of our requirements.
Yeah,
is I guess our main requirement, and good audio.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on that?
It looks like we've got Gamers Rule. How's it going? Like the Minecraft logo. Are there any no-nos for this show, like content-wise?
Well, as you already know, big YouTube scandals coming out this week with ad-friendly. So with that in mind, we want to please the advertiser. So there's if you were to do a documentary on rape, yes, it would, and if it was done nice, we would believe it'd be good, but YouTube advertiser just don't want anything to do with like rape, killing, death, dismemberment, anything gory, fighting, anything will bring it down to ad revenue or cut off monetization for you.
I would say you don't have to necessarily go super PC. Just try to keep it like a network cable kind of level. Something, that can be appreciated by most viewers, that isn't going to upset anyone, and you're going to be fine. We do, I like dark humor, so if the darker, the better for me. But this is definitely something that we're going to be trying to get more revenue on because we want to provide it back to you. And so if we're fighting with YouTube over, is this content acceptable, that is something we're going to have to fight with. Is there options for us in the future when it comes to YouTube? Yeah, Vessel is definitely something that we're looking into, but for the time being, I would say keep an R rating. Just don't go into the X territory.
We could even talk about like MC-17, but no nudity, of course. Because
I mean, basically, we're gonna tell you like, hey, this might need to be pulled back a little. But to be honest, we're going to leave you open to create however you want to create.
Right. On top of that, with like content-wise, Gamers Rules. Also, just wanted to clarify airsoft guns. You know, on YouTube, there's reviews. I don't know what you would be doing, but there are reviews of guns. FPS Russia, you know, does guns. I don't know how that affects advertising, but if you were to use a gun in a skit or something, or if you
I mean, they kind of like just make sure you're not stepping on any local PD, you know, toes or anything. But
if you're not going and taking an airsoft gun and doing those like, oh, we're doing a prank show.
It's just a prank,
It's just a prank. I'm going to shoot you with this, and you know, then no. So we'd have to talk about that. You know, there's exceptions to every rules, but if you were using it in context of a skit or something, or
we'll find a workaround.
Point, we could find a workaround as long as the content's there and you believe in it. We could find something for it.
And let's see, we have another question by L1PS1MMS. I'm sorry, it might be too clever for me. Is there any kind of a submission fee? Best part, no.
We want to first and foremost say this is not a competition. This is an open pitch season, meaning we're doing it. We're running this just like a cable network. Cable networks all over the world, ABC, Fox, Discovery, A&E, receive pitches from people like you or production companies, and they go through and see all the pitches. And if the network likes a pitch, they bring it to a pilot, which we are going to do. We're going to pick 10 that go to pilot. And for those of you who don't know what a pilot is, it's a first episode of a show or a brief episode of a show, kind of letting the network see what a full episode would look like. And then, but what we are doing is we're going to air it on our network, and we're going to let the audience see what they like, because we want to know what kicks. You know, we're going to just.
And when we put them out, we want to hear what you all have to think. Like, we're going to give you 10 pilots. We're going to tell you about them, their background, the people who work behind them, and you guys are going to give us your input on what you think is good quality stuff for us to put out. And at least 2, you know, hopefully maybe, you know, who knows, maybe if there are really good ones out there, we might be able to find some means to get even more out there. But once we know which ones you guys are really interested in, that's when we're going to put those out. We're going to put out a full season. And then at that point, we're even going to have another pitch season coming up right after that. So we want
2 pitch seasons a year.
2 pitch seasons a year. And we want to hammer this out and get as much content out there as possible, the best quality content that we possibly can.
But, you know, to get the good content, we don't want to charge you to submit something to us. You know, we will look at your stuff. We will, you know, want to work with people who do well with their content, who has great ideas. Let's go back up to this question here. If you have a question more on the submissions, feel free, and we'll try to answer it.
Oh, I missed Catchy Creeper. Sorry, Catchy Creeper.
Hey, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia. That's my daughter.
You're on camera right now.
So Catchy Creeper asks, do you offer any assistance or expertise to help? Yes. That's one of the good things that we have about this, is that when you get a web series greenlit by us, you're going to get a producer who you're going to have their direct cell phone number, their email, and you're going to be able to ask us questions on, are we able to do this? How could we do this? What kind of you know, equipment should I have for this? And even if you don't have a particular piece of equipment, we might even be able to help you out, send you something that you need, whether it be, you know, a slider or something along those lines. We have a lot of options. We've done a lot of DIY projects or DIY projects, things like that. So that's one of the cool things about this project, is not only are you going to get a budget, but you're going to get a producer who knows what they're doing.
And I want to explain a little bit onto the expertise side of things. As for expertise, we have a lot of people who've worked in the television and film industry for years and years. Just a little bit of background about myself is I'm going into my 10th year working in television reality series. I've worked for such networks as A&E, True TV, Bravo, you name it, I've been on it. You can check my IMDb page. I'm in the Producers Guild of America. Trevor here has been very big in the indie scene. He's a writer. here in Tampa, Florida, as well as you write for different online
written for
scenes.
online websites. I do video production for those sites. I do a lot of short films, independent videos. I do a lot of editing, weird edits. You know, a lot of different things like that. I've been in the game for a while, just doing a lot of odd jobs. Kind of a guerrilla grunt, I guess, if I had to put down a title for me.
But you know your stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
you know you're good at it. And we have people who are other producers who are working in the television industry right now who couldn't be here tonight. He's currently filming something for the city.
Yeah.
City of St. Pete, Tampa, which we're based out of. Oh, look, we got another one from Jim J.
Jim J.
What kind of content are you looking for? We touched on this a little bit. We're looking for anything that you believe would be a great web series. We are starting out with 6 episodes, so if you're telling a story, it's a story that could be told over 6 episodes. If it's a talk show, 6-episode outline.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for anything that will really wow us. If you think you have that idea, you need to pitch it to us.
Yeah,
we're looking for everything right now, and it's just,
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there's really not anything set in stone. We're not a horror channel. We're not an action channel.
We're Channel Fluxx.
Yeah,
we flux our content so that flux means always changing.
Yeah,
so,
and if you can combine 2 genres, more the better. We really just want something that's going to wow us, because if we sit back and we watch your pitch and we go, wow, that was really cool and I want to see more,
right,
then we know our audience is going to want that. So let's see. Jimmy wants to know how long the videos need to be. We're looking at about 6 to 8 minutes.
Let's clarify.
Yeah.
So we're starting out with the pitches. If you're sending a video for your pitch, it's 1 to 2 minutes, because we're going to have a lot of pitches to go through. If it's the pilot, if you get selected to do the pilot, when we pay you for the pilot, it'll be about 3 to 4 minutes. And then if you get picked up for the series, each episode needs to be 6 to 8 minutes long without credits.
Yeah.
So that's our base starting points. But
now, I had actually a question the other day when I was out. Someone asked me on the street, can the episodes be longer if they feel like they want to push that border? And I said, as long as you fall on your budget, I think that would be okay. Is
right.
that
as long as it's cleared throughout, because everybody's going to be having a producer that's assigned to them with Channel Fluxx once they get a show greenlit. As long as you can convince us that the extended time is needed and you can pull it off, and you have reasons for it, then yes.
Yeah.
But
6 to 8 minutes, I mean, when you really think about it, 6 episodes at 6 to 8 minutes, you're really looking at about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. So, I mean, it's not a bad deal for the budget. It's something that you could probably knock out in a month's time of shooting, 3 days a week. The 2,500 is mostly for you to find your locations, to get your props, to get the things that you need to get the episodes done. And we're going to be there to support you. We're going to be there to help you edit, finalize everything.
So even though it's only $2,500, it's realistically a lot more, because we are putting our time and effort in helping, with our expertise and our producers. When you get the $2,500, you'll get somebody like me or like Trevor. We'll be helping you out and getting your show off the ground, reviewing scripts, and giving our advice on what we think may or may not work.
And I promise you, I'm cheap, so I will find a way to find you a solution that will meet your budget. So let's see. Leslie asks. Leslie, what is your vision for the channel?
My vision for the channel. So I had this idea back when I was home in Los Angeles about a couple months ago, and I was just thinking to myself, what can we do to help people who want to make their own stuff but don't have the means for it? So we got here. I found out how to raise some money to fund these shows and everything. Ultimately, I want a network, a channel on YouTube to show everybody what they can do, what we as a collective can behold. Eventually, I would like to have 10 different shows on this network and being able to fund all of them.
Yeah. And
being able to work with great and talented people. But for right now, we're starting out, we're kicking off, we're doing two or three shows, and we're going to go right into 2 more, hopefully 4 within our first year. And in 2 or 3 years, hopefully we hit 10.
And if you're a creator and you've been in the situation before where you put your heart into a Kickstarter and you saw it fail, and I can tell you I've been there myself, I know that that's a kick in the teeth. And we want to be the channel that gives you a chance, because I know for a fact some of my ideas were amazing. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who feel the same way, who know that if there were people out there who would give them a chance, that they could find a home for their products. And that's what we want to give you, is a home for your projects to, put them up there and get an audience and find people who will appreciate what you have to say and what you have to do. So, Gamer Rules asks, is there an age minimum limit? Yes, it's 18.
Well, yeah, we want to do 18. We are going to be making contracts. That's our main stipulation, is you will be contracted with this money. You will be contracted to make a show for us once you're picked and signed. So as everybody knows, minors can't sign. Yeah. But
it would have to be something that would have to go through parents.
I'll put the stipulation in there. Pitch us if you're under 18. Pitch us, and if we like it, we will see about having a parent or guardian be the thing or the responsible for that and helping out.
If you got a good enough pitch, we'll try to figure out something for you.
Right. Good ideas come from everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but right now, all we can say is somebody 18 has to be in charge.
Someone has to be responsible for it. Someone that can legally sign a contract. So I had a question the other day.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's bad when my producer has a question.
Yeah, right. So what would be what is the ultimate end goal when it comes to how we're going to promote these shows?
End goal, how are we promoting it?
Yeah.
Well, right now we are having some ads going on YouTube that some of you may have seen, or on Twitter. We do have a budget for advertising and how to bring in audiences, but one of the main things to do for advertising actually belongs with you guys. Yeah. When we do our pitch season, we want everybody to join together, and when your pitches are airing on our show, to invite your friends, subscribe, because ultimately it's going to come down to you guys and how well you guys promote it, as well as us.
I think that's also really cool, because if 2 are getting produced,
right,
and you're well, of course you want yours to get produced,
right,
but you might go, but that one, I want that one alongside. That one's awesome, and I would love to see that one get produced.
Right. So it's a partnership ultimately. Yeah. We will help as much as we can on our end, but on your end you have to help as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just going to be something. This isn't going to just be easy. It is a full-on production, and we're looking for those passionate people who can do those things.
Yeah. So let's see. We got Little Kids Splat 34 asked, "Is there a location requirement? Do I have to live where you guys are? I'm in Seattle." No.
No, it's nationwide. It's the one stipulation.
Worldwide.
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 I mean, I don't want to put our money into rubles.
Well, okay, fine. We'll go.
The loony in Canada.
I'm going too big.
Okay.
We'll stick nationwide for right now.
Nationwide right now.
Yeah. No.
Maybe Canada.
Seattle's fine. The big thing that we want is for you to be able to produce your product, get it out there, and then if we have something that you need, say for example, you really want to do this really cool slide shot, and if we can send you a slider for that particular shoot, we want to send it to Seattle and then just have you ship it back. So there's really no problem with you, working in Seattle while we're working in St. Pete or in Los Angeles.
I mean, we're in the future. We have, television,
Yeah.
FaceTime, cell phones, free long distance, so we can.
And then, that's the best part about it. You can send us dailies. You can go, hey, look, check out this new edit. And you can put it on YouTube and you go, what do you think of this? And we're going to give you our advice. We're going to tell you what we think is best. Again, one of the cool things that I really want to stick to is that if I'm producing a show for you, I'm going to give you advice. I'm going to tell you what I think. But at the end of the day, I want you to even be able to throw out my notes if you feel like, you want to go a different direction. At the end of the day, we want you to be creative. We understand that the best horse is made not by committee. A horse is made best by one person. So if you have a vision and you have a goal and you have an idea, I'm going to give you my ideas on why this might need to have a little bit more of a hump. But at the end of the day, we want you to build your horse.
I thought the saying was the best glue's made from the best pony.
No. That's not the one. You never heard that saying?
No, I thought it was the best glue's made from the best.
A camel is a horse made by committee. You never heard that?
No.
Oh, it's because when you're trying to make a horse, by the time it goes to committee, it ends up a camel. Ends up something completely different.
Okay.
So let's see. Lolly 44. How long do we have to make?
444. Get it?
Oh, there was actually
444.
I'm sorry. How long do we have to make the show?
So here is our time frame we're looking at. So we're accepting pitches till October 8th. Once that date has come, here at Channel Fluxx, we'll review for about a week or two of who we want to go to do pilots. We'll choose 10 pitches to go make 10 pilots, which they will have from pretty much, let's say, October 12th to the 14th, starting to probably about a week before Thanksgiving, or about a week before Thanksgiving to turn in their first cut or their first 3 or 4 minute pilot. We will be airing the pilots around Christmas time. Once we air on Christmas time until the new year, probably the first or second week of January, to give those pilots enough time to get enough views and enough feedback from everybody, we will pick the 2 or 3 to go to series. From that point, you'll have from mid to late January to early March to make your 6 episodes web series, and we will start airing in late March, early May.
Yep, sounds about right.
March, April.
Yeah.
I
So
went to March to May.
You'll have a little bit of a window, and 46 minutes of content, shouldn't be that strenuous on you. It should be something that you should be able to take care of in about 2-3 months. So, and we're going to be understanding if you need like another week or 2 to get episodes together. Just give us a call, let us know. At the end of the day, we need to hit schedules, but we're going to be trying to be as understanding as possible when it comes to this situation.
Ducky don't.
Ducky don't.
Ducky don't. If I don't have enough time to get my pitch in, can I still send it for next pitch season? The short answer is yeah, but we have 3 weeks. I hope you can get it in this time. We'd love to see it this time, but if you can't, we understand and we'll see it next time. But absolutely, we're going to be doing this twice a year. If it's successful, maybe even more. Yeah. And we will have open submission season like we're doing right now till October 8th. See if you can send it in. But we'll probably be doing our next one around May time, and we're already thinking about doing like a Halloween special that we might be looking for, because at that time we might find some Halloween stuff. Might be in time. Yeah. So send it in. Don't be worried. At the end of the day, if, like I said before, this is probably the 3rd or 4th time I said it, if it's something creative, if it's something is original, and it makes us go, wow, that's going to be something that's going to end up on the site. Right. Trevor, since we got a break here, what are some of your favorite YouTube channels?
Some of my favorite YouTube channels is probably Red Letter Media. I like Game Grumps, especially for background content. I like JonTron, obviously, especially since he came from Game Grumps. I know you like Geek and Sundry.
Love Geek and Sundry.
Yeah.
I'm a huge board gamer. I love playing board games. I play board games with a bunch of friends all around the country because I'm always traveling. And Geek and Sundry got me into a lot of board games, and now I'm playing games that aren't even on their site, and it's an addiction.
What I really love about YouTube is the educational content that like Crash Course.
Tom, have you ever heard Tom Scott? And he does his
No.
he does a whole bunch of just interesting videos. He goes to locations, tells you about locations, tell you why things the way they are. His name is Tom Scott. He's great.
Oh,
There's also a channel called Smarter Every Day, Minute Physics.
Yeah, all those PBS channels, Idea Channel.
Oh man, those are great. Anything that I could learn something from, I will take it with like all the time.
Let's see. We got another question by John Ramirez. I just joined the stream, so I don't know if it was asked, but are there stipulations for the pilot? No. I mean, whatever you feel is going to be as entertaining as possible, that's what we want to see. You know, it can be a documentary, it can be a scary series, it can be action oriented. Whatever you feel is going to be interesting to an audience, we want to see it.
Right.
Oh, on gear for the I missed that.
Gear.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, the only thing we're really looking for is 1080 plus, and that's about it. Good audio, and
good audio, good lighting. It has to look good. It doesn't don't look like potato quality.
Yeah,
not potato quality.
We don't want to hear the VHS tape whirling on the camcorder. Like that's probably
no vertical videos.
Yeah, no vertical video.
16:9.
Yeah.
And you know, we don't want 4:3.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, we're not looking for red quality stuff. We're looking for
looking content over quality. Is if you have the content, and you know it's something that can be that's great for the channel. It's always content over quality.
I will say I shoot a lot of my stuff on Canons, just Canon SLRs, and they look fantastic and they look great. And you know, at the end of the day, if it's SLR quality and up, I'm okay with that. You know, just make sure you use lighting, really effectively, and make sure you get room tone. Like that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's comes in handy when editing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, I was going back to YouTubers.
Yeah.
Robas.
Mm-hmm.
Love Robas. He's a video game gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Node does video games. Rocket Jump Film School. If any of you want to learn how to do anything, there's great channels for like Indie Mogul.
I was about to say
Indie Mogul.
Indie Mogul's given me
Film
shout outs
School.
before in the past, so I got to make sure I pay it back. Indie Mogul, they're back, and they're awesome, and they're definitely worth checking out, especially for DIY projects.
Yeah, not a problem, John.
No problem, John.
Hopefully, we'll see your submission.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. No, but we're excited here, at Channel Fluxx, and we're just anticipating on bated breath to review all these submissions that are coming in.
We already got a bunch, and we're excited to watch more.
We made a pact to not look at anybody's until October 8th, so we can give everybody a fair shot. That if we start looking at them now,
we'll start getting favorites,
and then we would be like getting favorites, or we forget them that we saw them early on.
Yeah.
So we're deciding to watch them all at the same time.
We're doing a popcorn night, and we're gonna just watch nonstop pitches and figure out which ones are the ones that we want to put through to a pilot. So it's going to be 10. So let's see. Last question. Lydia Aspen asked, what is the most important feature that you look for in a film? I'm wondering if she's talking in general or if she's talking in terms of...
like she's asking for lighting, sound, Steadicam, etc.
Yeah, I mean, just make sure that, Steadicam is not a necessary thing for me. I mean, you can watch shows like The Office and see them zoom in, zoom out,
Right. There's a style to everything.
There's a style to everything. Even weird lighting can be an interesting style if it's done right. Just make sure that what you are doing makes sense to you. If it makes sense to you and you have a reason behind it, most likely it's going to work. Most likely it's going to play. So really, at the end of the day, what's most important to me is if I'm entertained. Whether I'm entertained by watching, an awesome Jason Bourne shot where someone's jumping through a window and I'm going, that was awesome. Or if I'm watching a documentary where you get some, politician to admit that, that they think, hey, it's not so bad to kill people or whatever. Like if you get something amazing like that, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, this is the best show ever.
Oh man, that's HBO quality.
That's HBO Vice quality. I'm so down with this.
Oh man.
So just whatever you find to be the most impactful, the most entertaining, the most wow-inspiring, that's what's going to sell us.
There does have to be a little production quality to it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want locked off
Don't do cell
phone cameras and just have it like this. I know some YouTubers do have, Threadbanger shoots most of their stuff on cell phones just like this,
But, and God help you if you use narration. God help you. That's floppy, flaccid writing.
Don't yell at him already.
If any of you don't know what that is, that's from Adaptation, which is a phenomenal movie, which if you want to know what I'm looking for in a film, that is what I'm looking for in a film. So,
yeah, Trevor doesn't like a lot of films. He hates everything.
No, I hate film.
he hates all modern film.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tron?
Well, the old Tron. Of course, I'm a hipster when it comes to that.
All right, guys, we're going to cut it off there. Please be sure to visit channelfluxx.com. That's our website. It has some great details, how to submit, what we're looking for in the pitch, our mailing list. Also, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Channel Fluxx, and as well on Twitter at Channel Fluxx. Very easy.
We pretty much got them all.
It's two X's.
It's two X's though, because it's a double dose of awesomeness.
Because we're XXL.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit us up on our Facebook page or Twitter. We will get back to you as soon as we can. We do look forward to your questions and your submissions.
And hopefully we'll have another one of these coming up soon. Another Q&A. Maybe answer some more of your questions, hang out, talk some more YouTube, talk some more film, that kind of thing. So,
yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.